Good morning. Welcome to this morning's edition of Traders Espresso for February 8th, 2018. It's looking like a good day in equities markets. Equities are firming up before equities futures are firming up prior to the cash open at 9:30 Eastern Time. Volatility's down, but not by a whole lot. Still elevated. The VIX futures are about 24.75 and the VIX futures are about 22.59. So VIX futures continue to lead down. Jobless claims came out this morning. That was a number that I was watching. I mentioned yesterday that the dollar index is kind of our leading indicator over concerns about the economy heating up and potentially a more hawkish Fed policy, which would lead to a quicker deleveraging of the balance, or a quicker unwinding of the balance sheet and quicker rate hikes. That would be bullish for the dollar. The jobless claims coming in lower than expected would have been, or going into it, I would have thought it would have been bullish for the dollar, which it was initially. I mean, when the numbers came out, continuing jobless claims came in at 1.923 against a consensus of 1.945. So not a big difference, but it's a difference nonetheless. The dollar index did rise briefly after that number came out. Equity futures did take a little bit of a hit after that number came out, but are now traveling in the opposite direction. I think traders are shrugging that off. It's a difference, but it's not a huge difference. Another thing that I would watch this afternoon is the results of today's 30-year Treasury bond auction. Those results are released at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. If though other bond auctions have been undersubscribed, which is a reflection of traders' fears about rising yields and falling bond prices, if the numbers come out this afternoon showing a 30-year bond auction that's undersubscribed, that could potentially deal a blow to the equities rally and could give a boost to the dollar index. Twitter posted its first ever net profit and is up sharply in the pre-market session. Like I said, it's reported its first ever net profit, and that seems to be offering a lift to the NASDAQ index. It would offer a lift to the NASDAQ index, NASDAQ futures rather, in particular. Taking a look at international markets, Asian equities were for the most part higher. The only exception to that was the Shanghai index. That one was down 1.42%. European indices are down across the board, although as of the last time I looked at it just 5 minutes ago, nothing was down more than 1%. So that's kind of the backdrop of what we're going into today. Today is a briefer AM Espresso, just that's kind of the nuts and bolts of what we're looking at today. Keep an eye on that dollar index. Like I said, I still think it's a leading indicator. Yesterday, futures, prior to the market open, futures were strong. Indices opened strong, and then it petered out late in the day. Depending on what economic developments come out or what headlines come out, we may see that same pattern today. So, as I've said, tread cautiously because we're in pretty treacherous territory. Have a great day, everybody, and good luck trading.